Well, good day, guys, and welcome back to the channel. A few months ago, as we headed into the NBA playoffs, I got my nan to decide what was going to happen in the NBA. Look, I think you had the Grizzlies and the Celtics. The Celtics did end up making it. The Grizzlies didn't, I believe. The Warriors were the winners of the NBA. But today, we're going to be doing the NRL ladder predictor. We are heading into round 17 this week, so there's only 8 rounds to go rather than doing the whole season. But let's get straight into it. This will decide the top 8 as well as the grand final from Nan's opinion. So let's get it up on here and let's move into it. So this week we'll know nice and quick. Sharks or Storm?
Storm.
Knights or Rabbits?
Knights.
Knights to win that game. Eels or Tigers?
Eels.
Broncos or Dragons? Tough game. Dragons are fighting for a spot in the top 8. The Broncos missing some players, but they will drop off down the ladder if they lose their third game in a row. Broncos? Is that the same tips as me? Well, I tipped the Sharks, but Nico Hines is out, so I don't know whether to change it. Let's move into next round. So we've got the Cowboys and the Sharks, 3rd versus 4th. And probably the Sharks could be without Hines. The Cowboys have been great all season, but they've got to lose some games, in my opinion.
Yeah. Sharks.
The Sharks? Why does it say by 24 points? Let's just auto change that to around 8. All right, Parramatta and the Warriors. We're heading to this game next Friday. We're heading to this game. Eels and the Warriors.
I've got the Madowo, haven't I?
You sure have?
Yeah, okay, Eels.
Eels to win that one. Eels are sitting in 5th, moving into 4th there. Roosters and Dragons. Very tough game up here on the Central Coast. The Dragons fighting for a spot in the 8. The Roosters sitting outside the 8.
You going to that game?
Probably I'm going to that game. Roosters or Dragons? Dragons.
I know a few friends that go for them, so.
All right. Manly Sea Eagles are sitting in 9th position. Newcastle Knights back-to-back wins. Can the Knights win 3 in a row?
I've got to go Eagles.
The Eagles, too. Yeah, they're sitting in 9th. They're fighting for a top 8 spot. There we go. Titans and the Broncos. Titans are sitting at the bottom of the NRL ladder as we currently speak. Brisbane Broncos in 6th. Who wins the game? The Broncos. Broncos go from 6th. No, they don't move up there. And it's already automatically picked this one, but the Tigers and the Panthers. Do I need to ask that one?
Exactly.
Storm and the Canberra Raiders.
I'd love to see the Raiders have a go.
So you're going to go Canberra?
Yeah, go Canberra.
The Raiders to pull off an upset in Melbourne. I love it.
Wouldn't that be good?
And the Bulldogs and the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs to win that game. Let's move into round 19. There's some automatic picks here, but we'll ignore that and we'll get to it towards the end of the video. Parramatta Eels and the Broncos.
A Bank West. Go the Eels.
The Eels. The Dragons and Manly. The Dragons sitting in 8th. If they lose this game, they could fall out of the 8.
I've got to go Eagles.
Manly move into the top 8 in this round. So round number 19 is Nan's prediction. Newcastle Knights and the Roosters. The Roosters fighting for a spot in the top 8. Really out of form. Who wins it?
Go the Knights.
The Knights. The Newcastle Knights move into 12th position. Canberra Raiders. They coming off a win against Melbourne. Can they beat the Warriors in Canberra? Raiders to win that game. Moving into 10th. They're also a team fighting for that top 8. Penrith Panthers and Sharks. That's a tough game. The Sharks have been great this season. It is in Penrith. Penrith have only lost 1 game all year.
Oh, no. You have to go to the Panthers.
The Panthers here,
At home.
Panthers. They're probably going to get that minor premiership.
Yep.
South Sydney Rabbitohs versus Melbourne Storm. Now, let me just add, Melbourne Storm don't often lose 2 in a row. If you tip Rabbits here, it means you're picking the Storm to lose 2 in a row for the first time in a long time.
I have to go Storm against
the Storm to win that game.
Yep.
Bottom of the table clash between the Bulldogs and the Titans at Bank West. So Parramatta's home ground.
Bulldogs or Titans? Far out. Go Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs.
Don't like the Bulldogs?
The Titans looking like a wooden spoon team at the moment here. The Cowboys have dropped into 5th based on results, even though they've been winning. And they play the Tigers.
Yeah. Very likely. Go the Cowboys.
Go the Cowboys. Cowboys move back into 3rd position on the ladder.
Sorry.
No, Manly Sea Eagles and the Roosters.
Oh, yes.
Now, don't go Eagles purely because of Pop. I know. Just what does your gut say? These Roosters They're now 2 wins outside of the top 8. So they probably don't make it in your ladder. Do you think they beat Manly?
When's this? In a couple of weeks.
July 28. It's a very hard game to tip.
No, I'll go the Eagles.
Go the
I'll
Eagles.
go for Pops.
The Eagles move into 7th position on the ladder.
Oh.
Warriors in New Zealand versus the Storm.
Oh.
So the Warriors beat the Tigers 22-2. That was their first game at New Zealand in 3 years. So this will be their second.
Go the Warriors.
The Warriors to pull off an upset.
Upset.
I'll tell you
Oh,
what,
love an upset.
you could very soon have the Cowboys moving into 2nd and the Storm moving into 3rd. We'll wait and see what happens there. You could even have the Storm moving into 5th. We'll wait and see. The Parramatta Eels in 5th versus the Panthers at Parramatta. Now, Parramatta are the only team to beat the Panthers this season.
I know.
I think Panthers win that game. Personally, but let's see what Nan thinks.
No, I gotta go the Eels.
Go on the Eels.
Stick with the Eels.
The Eels to be
Panthers,
unstoppable.
No, Eels have
Parramatta.
gotta pull the finger out.
Parramatta to win that game. The Gold Coast Titans at home up against the Raiders.
I'll go the Raiders.
Go the Raiders.
Like
The
me,
Titans,
Raiders,
they're looking
yeah.
like a spoon. They're looking like a spoon. The Raiders move into 9th position. Cronulla Sharks in 5th. They're fighting for a top 4 spot up against the Rabbitohs. They're sitting in the top 8. It's a tough game.
Go the Rabbitohs.
The Rabbitohs stay in 8th position. Manly currently in 7th. Brisbane Broncos and the Tigers.
We're at Suncorp. Okay. Go Broncos.
I am tipping the upset of the season. I think the Tigers win that game.
Yeah.
I think the Tigers at Suncorp win. I have a gut feeling, and I'm going to stick with it. Newcastle Knights versus the Bulldogs.
Knights.
The Knights to win that game. They're sitting in 11th position, considering they spent a bit of time in 16th. The Dragons fighting for a top 8 spot up against the Cowboys. This is a tough game. You going Cowboys?
Yeah, Cowboys.
Okay.
There you go. Hey.
All right, round 20.
Love upsets. We're going the
We
whole
do.
lot, are we?
We're going the whole round. We've only got 4 to go. All right, Roosters and the Broncos. The Roosters have got to win a game soon, man. They're just too good.
Roosters.
The Roosters finally win. Can they move up on the ladder? They're currently sitting in 12th. They need to win pretty much every game here to make the top 8, and they've got such a stacked side, but they're just not achieving results. The Storm and the Titans.
Storm.
By 40. Manly Sea Eagles in Manly versus Parramatta.
Oh, my God.
I think Manly could win that. Oh, it's also
Oh,
the 5th of
yes.
August, so it's very close to your birthday.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking at. Oh, I've been looking at that. Don't you worry. It's not. Yeah, when's I don't know what day of the week my birthday is. Go the Eagles.
The Eagles. The
Yeah,
Eagles
Go the Eagles.
in
for pop.
7th position. They look like they've secured a spot in the top 8 for finals. Rabbits in
Rabbitohs.
8th up against Warriors. Rabbitohs.
Yep.
Moving into 7th, pushing the Eagles into 8th position. Maybe they haven't secured the 8. We'll wait and see. The Sharks have dropped to 5th. The Dragons fighting for a top 8 spot. If they lose this game, their chances
Go
are
the
over.
Dragons.
The Dragons to fight for a top 8 spot. They move into 9th position. All right.
Cowboys.
Cowboys. No even
I'm
thinking
way
there.
ahead of
No
you.
introduction.
Oh,
Tigers at Campbelltown. They don't get many games at Campbelltown. They're home
okay,
ground
yeah,
other
yeah,
than
yeah,
Leichhardt up against the Knights. The Knights have had some good wins. The Tigers haven't won a game in a while.
yeah. Go me Knights. Fernando
The
Pop.
Knights. The Knights.
Your great nan.
Newcastle Knights to win that one. Panthers versus Storm.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, let me say this. The Storm were missing a few players. The last time they played the Panthers, they lost 30-6. But that was missing players. If
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is full
Panthers.
strength, the Panthers.
Yep.
So the Panthers have only had one loss besides the one current loss that
I
they've
love
had
going
this season.
underdogs. I do.
Warriors,
and Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Warriors.
Eels, and Rabbitohs.
Oh,
Rabbitohs are fighting for a spot in the top 8.
Go me Eels.
You're going the Eels to bounce back.
Go me team.
All right. Roosters and the Cowboys. As I mentioned, the Roosters need to win every game to play finals footy here. The Cowboys have only lost 5 games
I
all
love my
season.
Cowboys.
You going the Cowboys?
Yeah, go the Cowboys. Love my Cowboys.
Tigers, Sharks.
Tigers.
The Tigers.
Yep.
Well, the Titans have pretty much wrapped up that wooden spoon. Broncos and Newcastle at Brisbane. And the Broncos, they should make the top 8, but they're still questionable after
Yeah.
this game.
I'll go Knights. I'll
The
stick with
Knights.
The Knights.
The Knights, are they coming for the top 8? The Newcastle Knights are coming for the top 8. Canberra Raiders and the Dragons. The Raiders.
Yep. And Eagles.
The Raiders move into 9th and the Dragons into 10th. And you said the Eagles. They move into 6th, the Eagles. Parramatta in 4th. Sharks in 5th. Eagles in 6th. Bit of a difference there. Final 3 rounds of rugby league. And then we decide our grand final. Rabbitohs versus Panthers. This is a grand final rematch. The Panthers won the grand final.
Yeah, Panthers.
And a team, you going Panthers?
Yeah.
The team that loses the grand final normally goes on to beat that team in the regular
often
season.
that can happen. Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
Rabbits there.
Yeah. Good on you.
The
Excellent.
Warriors and the Cowboys. The
Go
Cowboys. Cowboys. See, they can't lose. They can't lose. These Cowboys, they can't lose. The Broncos and the Storm.
At home. No, I go Broncos.
The Broncos, for an
Yeah,
upset there, they
yeah.
move back into 5th position. They're
Yeah.
coming for Parramatta. Speaking of Parramatta, they lost by 30 to the Bulldogs just a few
Yeah.
weeks ago.
I'll go the Eels.
Going the Eels.
Yeah. Mighty Eels. Woohoo.
Sea Eagles and the Sharks.
Eagles.
The Sea Eagles, they move into 5th. The Sharks in 7th. They were in the top 4. They're now at risk of missing the top 8. Cronulla, what has happened to the Sharks? Roosters, another team fighting for the top 8.
Tigers.
And the Tigers. The Tigers to win. The Roosters missed the top 8. You heard it here first. The Roosters missed the 8.
Going for me faves.
The Dragons and the Titans.
Dragons.
Here come the Dragons. Here come the Dragons. Speaking of the Dragons,
Oh,
the
no.
Raiders need to win this game to keep within the top 8.
Yeah. Oh my God, Raiders are not far out.
Let me say this. The Knights led the Raiders the last time they played, and the Raiders won in the final minute. If the Raiders win this game, they move into 9th.
Yeah. I've got to go Knights for your great Nan Pop.
You're going the Knights.
The
The
great
Newcastle Knights move into 9th.
Yes.
The Newcastle Knights are coming for a spot in that top 8 in the final 2 rounds. The Broncos, and you can't have the Eels win every game. You've got to be
Oh, no, I
realistic.
know that.
The Broncos and the Eels.
Broncos.
The Broncos, there we go. Parramatta loss coming up. All right. The Panthers and the
I think
Warriors.
Panthers.
The Storm and the Roosters.
Storm.
The Roosters, what's happened to them? Bottom 4 almost.
Mm.
Raiders and Manly. Raiders have to win this game to keep within the top 8. Lose this game and the Canberra Raiders season is over. Manly have a spot in the 8. Who wins it? It is in Canberra.
Oh, okay. But I'll go with Sea Eagles.
Sea Eagles.
Sea Eagles tomorrow.
Sea Eagles move into 5th. They started the season outside the top 8. They're now almost a top 4 team. The Rabbitohs have to win this game to play finals footy against the Cowboys, who are already in 2nd place. So they've secured
Cowboys.
a spot. The Cowboys.
Yeah.
They don't
Not
lose
the
a game.
Cowboys.
They don't lose a game.
No.
Undefeated Cowboys.
I'm doing
The
this more
top-
for pop too,
The,
mate.
the Tigers and the Dragons.
Tigers.
Tigers, Dragons fans, unfortunately, it looks like you could be missing out on finals. There's still a chance. So this is going to come down to the final round. The Titans trying to avoid a wooden spoon.
Knights.
Knights are in the top 8. The final round. This is it. Let's go through it. The current top 8. Panthers, Cowboys, Storm, Eels, Manly, Broncos, Sharks, Knights. And outside the 8, we've got the Rabbitohs,
Yeah.
the Dragons, and Raiders. All those 3 teams can still make the top 8.
Oh, God, yes.
These 3 teams, you need them to win this round. Parramatta and the Storm.
Sorry. Storm.
The Storm. Realistically, yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Bulldogs and Manly. Now, remember that this is the final round. So, like your Tom Travojevic, your Daly Cherry Evans, they won't be playing. Remember that these teams will be resting all their players.
No, I'll still go the Eagles.
You think the Eagles be reserve grade side? The Eagles make the top 4. Top 4. Huge game. Roosters versus Rabbits, right? The Rabbits win. They're a chance of playing finals. They make 8th position. Roosters win. They can't make finals, but This is the opening of the Roosters' new stadium. This is the opening of Sydney
Roosters.
Football Stadium. I think Roosters by plenty. Roosters finished the season in 12th. Warriors versus Titans. The Titans have secured the wooden spoon. It is in New Zealand.
Warriors.
The Warriors. Poor Titans, man.
Yeah.
Dragons need to win this game to play finals up against the Broncos. Dragons fans, your season is not over yet. I was about to say your season is over. The Dragons are sitting in ninth. Now, for the Dragons to make the 8, they need the Sharks and the Knights to lose. Panthers, Cowboys.
Oh, we get Panthers.
The Panthers win that game there. Oh,
What's this?
the Knights and the Sharks. This is a battle for the spot in the top 8. Only one of these teams.
Oh, yeah.
Now, don't go off
No.
family. Go off who you think
I believe Knights.
wins this game.
Knights need that.
The Newcastle Knights move into 7th. The Sharks are in 8th. Now, can the Raiders make it? They still can. They still can. Guess what? Oh, they can't. They can't make it.
Oh, well.
All right. Your finals series is the Panthers in first with 22 wins and 2 losses. The Cowboys in second, 18 wins and 6 losses. The Storm in third, 16 wins and 8 losses. Manly, the same record as the Storm, pretty much winning every game from now on. A little bit biased, but 16 wins, 8 losses. Parramatta, 5th, 15 wins, 9 losses. Broncos, 14 and 10. Newcastle, the surprise packet, 13 and 11. And the final spot of the top 8, the Sharks winning 12 and losing 12. So your final series,
Isn't it, Jimmy? So I
the
know.
Panthers and Manly.
Oh my God! Wouldn't that be a hey? Yes.
Panthers,
Yep.
Parramatta and the Sharks. The loser goes home. Realistically, who wins this game? The season's over.
Eels.
The Eels win. Once again, elimination. Broncos,
Oh, my-
Knights. Broncos by
No, before you even said that. No,
Broncos?
You don't have to.
So the Knights
I
make
know
the top
more than
8.
you realise,
They've
yeah,
done well.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
think about
No, I know.
finals. Think
I
about
know
the
that.
change of pace
Yes,
and the experience of Adam
Storm.
Reynolds as well.
And then
The Storm. All right.
Yes.
Week 2 of the finals.
Holy shit.
Manly versus Para.
Oh my God.
Huge game.
Have to go Eels actually.
You going Eels? Manly, your season
Well,
is
Eels 9,
over.
Pops Barry. So I'm going for my team.
The Queensland Derby.
Queensland.
The Cowboys and the Broncos for a potential spot in the grand final.
I've got to go Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Like the Cowboys.
All right. The 2 games that decide your grand final. The Panthers and the Cowboys. Only one can make it through. Now, that's my grand final. Panthers, Cowboys, based on mine, is my grand final.
Panthers.
You mathematically can't have it. Panthers, the Storm, and the Eels.
Well, I said, Storm and the Eels.
So they did play each other in the final round of the season, and you did have the Storm winning.
I don't know.
This
Might have
game
to
is
go
in
to Storm.
finals.
Yeah, finals.
The Storm?
Might have to go to Storm.
All right, your grand final is Panthers in first versus Storm in third. Who wins the grand final?
I think Panthers could again.
The Penrith Panthers go back-to-back. I've got the same tip. I've got the Panthers and the Cowboys
Really?
with the
Okay.
Panthers winning. But there you go, guys. Nan has decided the NRL ladder. Get your money on the Knights and the Sharks to make the top 8 and the Sea Eagles top 4.
Woohoo!
Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and we'll see you
Cheers.
guys later.